All right, we're hopping into some more Premier Division Group A matches. We've got Kaktus versus Big Pimpintosh coming up, best of 5. Let's get into it. Spawning in the bottom, we have Big Pimpintosh. And up top, Kaktus. All right, both these guys kind of play their own style, dance to their own flute. Is that the saying? I don't think that's the saying. So not expecting to see super meta stuff coming out of these players. Tosh playing like he hasn't played in a year. Going Skunk, Falcon, Owl, Wolf, which was the big meta. Well, I guess he doesn't have snakes, to be fair. I'm joking. It's just his deck is very similar to the strong meta deck last patch. Meanwhile, Kaktus still kind of playing the same style we've seen him playing earlier today. Just flopping out that fox for the owl. So yeah, let's give this game a little bit of time to breathe. Thank you everybody for tuning in. As always, we are in the middle of the Tooth and Tail Season 2 2022 Champions series. A lot of other casters, by the way, everybody. If you're tuning in, maybe you mostly just follow my channel. There's a ton of people covering a ton of games for this event. Tander Draco, Unprecedented Studios, Urban Olive, Deep Sea Sasha, Kipo. You can find links to all their Twitch on my Twitch channel. And some 8-farm triples coming out from both sides here. Really just kind of waiting for these players to make a decision. Kind of surprised to see the 3-tier 1 on such a large map. Even 4-tier 1 from Kaktus here, so... This is a great second base for Kaktus. Going to be very hard for Tosh to actually attack into this. And Tosh has got a little bit of awkward ramping for his expansions. Yeah, I can see this one being okay. This is kind of a weird, like, I guess the attack path this map is going to be right here. So this base is going to be hard to take. This could be a decent third for Tosh, or Tosh could even opt for the 9 o'clock or this kind of mid 3 o'clock base. No ferrets here. Ferrets could actually be crazy good on this map with all the cliffs and terrain abuse that could possibly happen. Kaktus moving forward, though, this Squirrel Toad. Not something you typically see a lot. Let's see how well it does, though. Tosh really hasn't been very greedy. He's only built a gristmill. No farms on it yet, either. A couple Toads get connection, but a lot of them get gunned down before they can actually get to the squirrels, and the commander goes down for Kaktus. Tosh is going to clean this up. Nice little victory here for Tosh in the early game. And going to transition right into Skunks, but round number 2 is coming from Kaktus. So that Skunk transition might be rough for Tosh. That means he's going to have 180 food, 240 food in non-army units if Kaktus manages to hit before this Skunk spawns onto the field. But really can't lose the commander again as Kaktus, and it does go down. These units are no longer being microed. But an onslaught of units just keep coming. Tosh will clean it up, though. And keep in mind, the fact that Tosh is holding and not taking damage is really good for Tosh, because Tosh is teching. So now the Skunk's here. And that's pretty much going to be the end of this Tier 1 aggression. Kaktus is going to have to go home and tech the Tier 2, maybe think about a second base. But what's scary is that Tosh could push with these Skunks. Tosh gonna go ahead and get some farms. I think Tosh is in great shape this game. These couple attacks from Kaktus, while they weren't horribly bad for Kaktus, Kaktus did lose both of them. And in that situation where Tosh was kind of teching and ecoing, you know, Kaktus needed to win those fights, at the very least. If not win them and get some damage done. So Tosh with a nice little lead here, and Tosh being a madman, gonna go crazy on the second base farms. If Kaktus doesn't scout this, he could really fall behind. There's this interesting thing with greeting the way Tosh is. I mean, once enough time passes, you kind of got away with it at that point, right? You know, once these farms build and You know, they've been giving Tosh extra food. Then it doesn't matter the fact that he was greedy anymore. Now it's just pure advantage. And Tosh even getting into Owl here. So yeah, I still think Tosh is in a great spot this game. Kaktus trying to tech up, trying to catch up in economy. Gonna be a sneaky boy with these cams. I do like this. Where's Tosh's army? Okay, Tosh's army is generally defending the second base though, so this probably isn't gonna work. Oh no, oh no, the reveal on all three chameleons. Oh, they re-stealth though. That could have been game. Alright, the owl almost out for Tosh. 6 cams is nothing to bat an eye at, though. And Kaktus has a lot of money. Curious what he's going to go for here. Just more tier 1 at the moment. And good harassment from Tosh. Going to do that cliff abuse with the Falcons here. And just head on home. Picks up 3 farms, essentially for free. And now the owl's here as well. So Tosh very prone to win this game number 1. Let's see if Kaktus can hold on, but I think Tosh's army is just bigger, better, faster, stronger. It should be a pretty clean sweep here, which will allow Tosh to take out the second base, and there's a tap from Kaktus. GG, first point going to Tosh. Game number 2 here. In the bottom, big Pimpintosh. Bringing the wolf out to play this time. And over on the right-hand side, Kaktus. Switching back to the fox. This is a nice map. I hope it ends up being a nice, fat macro game. Curious what the players are going to do, but it looks like it could be a nice macro map. Kaktus has 3 bases over here. Tosh has 3 bases over here. Both these bases a little bit on the low ground. But since both of them are on the low ground, I mean, neither player can complain too much. Both players will have to deal with that. And then you got this base you can fight over in the center. Probably won't end up being taken. If it does, whoever does end up taking it will most likely win the game. And this cabin here for Kaktus is actually quite nice. If this does turn out to be a late game match, you take this cabin, stretches out your territory a bit, throw down some turrets here, help deal with the owl mice. Yeah, I actually really like this map a lot. It's not perfect, but it's fairly balanced. It's large enough for me to hope that we go to a macro game. Neither player has moles. All these, and both players have tier 3, so all these things make me think we could see some longer, higher base count action here. And one last thing about the map is both players do have a little bit of water to heal with. Tosh is a little bit more flooded. This actually might really hurt if Kaktus does get aggressive, like your units being slowed down in the water here. Could also hurt Kaktus trying to attack in, but the nice thing about the toads is they do not get slowed down in water anymore. It was a joke. I actually told Andy that like years ago. That's kind of like a joke, and it did eventually get implemented in the game. Quick campfire from Tosh. Kaktus might not actually scout that and have incorrect information about where he is economically. I mean, that one extra 9 farms to 8 farms is a 12% increase or so. Good job there. Kaktus does scout that. That is very important. Now he knows he can safely take 2 farms. He can take 3 if he wants to be greedy, or more than that if he wants to be a madman. Yeah, I always joke my my 2 big contributions to the Tooth and Tail mechanics are the toads moving faster in water, and then also I convinced Andy to change the map gen a little bit to where it is very, very likely you get a natural expansion base. Because back in the day, that led to a lot of map RNG problems. I mean, map RNG, obviously, it's never perfect, right? Someone's going to have the map advantage, but it used to be worse because it would be like one player has a natural like this, right? And then the other player just doesn't have any base to spot to, you know, take anywhere, so... I feel like as long as both players have a natural base to take, you can't really complain too much about the map. Yeah, Sasha. Spawned on an island with like 0 to 3 Warren spots. Yeah, some of the spawns were pretty brutal. I remember I played a free-for-all game once where we spawned, me and an opponent spawned, and our pigs were shooting each other. Like, we spawned like this. Oh, here we go, Kaktus. Oh, I'm sorry. Jeez. I haven't been paying super close attention to this game. I saw that army. I was like, oh, here we go. No, but Kaktus is getting into a fox. Let me get back into this a little bit. Okay, Tosh has scouted the fox. Owl on the way for Tosh. Has not been scouted yet by Kaktus. Owl is a classic answer to the fox. Where is that owl? I haven't even spotted it. Am I blind? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me make sure Kaktus hasn't seen it. Nope. Alright, Tosh taking that campfire out. But yeah, we are getting into at least a 2-base macro game here. Tosh kind of split between the two. I like this. It's a bit safer. I mean, these pigs are pretty rough to take out here. The fox is here, though, and it's here a good bit before the owl. Tosh trying to cam trap it. Oh, Tosh's commander goes down. That is really, really bad. Kaktus is going to get a lot of free reign here with the fox. Needs to kill that cam. Okay, nice. Only 1 cam left, so that's not enough to... You need 4 cams to one-shot the fox. At least that's how it used to work. 2 cams is enough, because 2 cams will 2-shot it. And the chameleons attack pretty quickly. So here we go, Kaktus. Some good fox value here so far, but the owl is almost here to shut down the fox's fun. What Kaktus really needs now is some turrets on the main line here for the fox to fall back to, deal with the mice, and then rinse and repeat. With all the cams that Kaktus has, I don't think the owl is just going to hard stop the fox. But these mice are going to get value against the squirrels. Kaktus needs to be careful. He pulls the fox up really far. Oh no! Move that fox! 1 HP! It goes down. And Tosh is now unleashed. That fox was the real big thing that Kaktus had going for him. Good micro with the owl. You generally want the owl to tank a little bit of damage, but, you know, obviously you don't want to lose it. And Tosh is just going to keep pushing all the way to the bank here. And that should be the match. I remember the 2v2 where my partner Eel spawned between both of our opponents. Tosh. Oh my god, that's brutal. Okay, 2-0 so far for Tosh, but Kaktus can bring it back. Let's hop into match number 3. Spawning in the bottom right, we have Big Pimpintosh, and in the top left, Kaktus. Both players opting for the same decks here? Did Tosh have Wolf last time? He might have. Another big map. Awkward bases, though. Well, no, I guess it's not too bad. 3 bases for Tosh. 3 bases for Kaktus. 1 base in the middle. The Chad play from Kaktus would be to take this middle base. Oh, man. See, I know this is bad to do, but, like, my reptile brain, every time I see stuff like this and I have turrets, just like I could take this mill, and then I could build turrets here, and then I could take these cabins, and I could build turrets here. And, I mean, it could work. Tosh doesn't have moles. or ferrets. Not having the ferrets isn't a big surprise, but not having the moles is off meta at the moment, so that's generally kind of what's slowing down the turrets right now is the moles. But no moles here from Tosh. Look at this, Kaktus does take the Chad base. It's a bold move. Let's see if it pans out for him. Alright, couple farms coming out from both sides. Tosh being a little bit greedier. No, Kaktus sells the farm. Gonna regret that decision though as he comes in, sees the 3 pigs from Tosh. Still scouted it really fast, so he's got plenty of time to build his own so he doesn't fall behind. Even gonna sell a war in there. Get more and more pigs. And yeah, I'm excited. Definitely a 2-base game. Maybe we'll see a 3-base. And what's nice about Kaktus taking this middle base, in all serious, outside of my cannon rush strategy I was just talking about, that's probably not going to happen, is that this is like the riskiest base on the map. So if Kaktus takes it now in the early game, farms it out, then later on he's got these other bases that are nice and safe. And actually looking a little closer, you know, Tosh does have 4 bases right here. I said 3 earlier, I was kind of mistaken. So that'd be 4 to 4, and then maybe this middle one probably won't get taken. So pretty even map. I think I like it a little bit better for Kaktus, just positionally. I don't know, how do the attack routes look? You kind of got one main attack route over here, and then you got a sneaky attack route over to the side of the map. Yeah, I like this map a lot. I think it's fun. I think it's really good when you have at least 2 major attack paths like this. Tosh going to 3rd base, and woof, Kaktus getting out that Fox Warren. Good placement on Fox Warren. Gonna be hard for Tosh to get in there and scout it. Yeah, you gotta let your commander heal here. Depending on where Kaktus's army is, though, it is really important if Tosh scouts the Fox. Ooh, he scouts both Foxes. Double Fox coming from Kaktus here. And then Kaktus sells 1. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe Kaktus was like, oh, I need a Fox Warren, and then he forgot he already built one. So Tosh just gonna be confused. Like, double Fox? I mean, we've seen double Fox before. But it doesn't work out in practice as much as it seems like it would in theory, because the problem is, if they both shoot the same target and overkill it. I mean, sometimes it's nice if they shoot the same target, like a cam. I think 2 shots from a Fox kill a cam. So that would be good, but imagine 2 Fox shoot the same Falcon, right? Then you're just wasting the shot on that second Fox. And since the Fox is such a utility unit, like, every shot really matters. You gotta get that value. The way I look at it is you need to get at least 360 food worth of value out of the Fox to justify its existence. Because that's what it costs plus the Warren. So that's 18 squirrels, or however else you want to math it out, right? Like, you gotta get a lot of work done with that Fox. We might see some leapfrog turrets here. I think Kaktus should just go ahead and build some right here on the front. He's got the money. Easy spot for the Fox to fall back to, but the Wolf is actually a good counter to the Fox since it does buff everything up. But hold that thought, Kaktus is holding strong, and he's trying to get the shot off on the Wolf. He gets 1. The Wolf is still alive, though. He needs another shot, and he's gonna get it! There it is! Good Fox control there from Kaktus. Great decision-making on when to dive in for the proper shots, and also when to pull back. I'm much more impressed with the Fox micro this game than we saw last game. Oh, but a little bit too bold there. Wasn't anticipating the chameleons. And Tosh is gonna clean up that Fox. Now, although Kaktus did win this engagement, he really, I don't think, could afford to lose the Fox there. And he did kill that base, but Tosh has a fully mining 3rd base here that Kaktus isn't even aware of. But Kaktus is not pulling back. He's going for the throat. And these Falcons are going to be huge against Tosh's comp with, you know, Owl Cam. absolutely can't do anything to the Falcons. But if Tosh takes out the second base, that could be it. The Owl goes down. The Fox, another Fox is not paid for. It probably never will be. Kaktus doesn't have the time, though, to go home and sell that Warren. He needs to maintain the tempo on the front lines here. Tosh still with an eco lead. But if Kaktus can just doof down this wolf right when it spawned, that's absolutely huge. And Tosh trying to keep it alive, but knows it's going to go down. GG. Tosh is about to tap here, or at least it looked like he was. I think he thought about tapping, and then he was like, it's a tournament match. Alright, he should be tapping here in a second. But yeah, Tosh not being able to shoot up, as he points out in the chat, was the real problem there with the Mass Falcon from Kaktus. Point on the board for Kaktus. We've got a series on our hands here. Well, that was game 3. We're going into game 4. Tosh in the bottom. Kaktus in the top. Same decks from both sides. And another big fat map. Map gen better for Tosh, but Kaktus has a solid 3 bases. I don't think he can really complain. So yeah, we could see another macro game here, which is great. We don't see him too often in the Squirrel Mole Cam meta. So it's fun when we get to see games go to 3 bases. If it goes any longer than that, Tosh is going to have a big advantage. He's got pretty clear 5 mills on his side of the map. But Kaktus can sneak out this 3 o'clock if he really needs to. Alright, 8 farms from both sides. Wouldn't be super surprised here to see quick mills. Yep, mill for Tosh. And Kaktus gonna be a little safer. Nope, gonna go for a mill up. Kaktus, where's your gristmill, Kaktus? Only builds 1 squirrel, doesn't want to commit to anything just yet. Is gonna come in. Tosh with a little bit cleaner of an opening here. Now he should be building his own mill. And yeah, gonna have a nice 2-base game on our hands. Neither player has moles, so the opportunity to punish the opponent for being greedy is much smaller this map. So we just gotta let this one breathe for a minute. Tournament's going pretty well, though, so far. We are closing out the first couple weeks of the event, wrapping up the first group stages. The winner of the groups advances off to the playoffs. Each group has 5 people, so the person who wins goes right to the playoffs. They basically skip the next round. Places 2 and 3 advance to the next round, and then places 4 and 5 are eliminated. So I'm nervous right now, hold that thought. Kaktus with the better positioning here. But Tosh with some good unit targeting. Good targeting from both sides, yeah. Kaktus does barely end up winning this. Is it going to be enough to get the pig, though? Oh, it's so close! He gets the pig! Nice for Kaktus there. That was a little fun engagement in this macro game. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm a little worried. I'm excited. I did pretty good in my matches. I didn't do amazing. I didn't do awful. I think I'm going to get either place 3 or 4 in my group, which is a big difference. 3 means that I barely advance, and 4 means that I was barely eliminated, so we'll see. It is in Tander Draco's hands now to crunch the numbers on his spreadsheet. It really just depends on how the other people in my group perform. Kaktus gonna try again, but Tosh has some turrets here. Should just back out. We got big fat 16 farm economies on our hands. Fox on the way, Wolf on the way at the exact same times. And the turret's going to be nice for Tosh. I feel like Tosh didn't have the turrets last game. I mean, Tosh has seen Fox from Kaktus both matches, and turret is a good response to the Fox. Since the Fox cannot attack the turrets. Third base on the way from Kaktus here. And Wolf Owl getting online for Tosh. So, yep, we are going to have some big macro armies here momentarily. And it's been kind of a no harm, no foul game. You know, I mean, Kaktus took that little bit of an advantage earlier on. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. I mean, maybe slight food lead for Kaktus here. Getting into this third base a lot faster than Kaktus, or I'm sorry, than Tosh is pretty nice though. If Tosh doesn't scout this. Like, if Tosh doesn't scout this, gets into his third base later, doesn't attack, all these things are really nice for Kaktus. Kaktus, though, needs to start teching out of the squirrels into more tier 2. He has scouted the Wolf Owl, so he knows it's coming. And yeah, the Falcon Cam is really what you're going to want here. Some turrets are nice. I think these are a little too far back. I mean, you could always put them on the regular high ground instead of the double. What's up, Proto in chat? Double act. My Peach. My gamer buddy. Good to see you. Tosh, of course, in the chat. Mishi. Good to see you all. It's always fun. I'm excited to cast your games, Mishi. I haven't been able to yet. Me and Tander are kind of breaking up the premiere matches by group. But I am looking forward to casting your matches later in the tournament. Love this turret wall. This really reminds me of like how I used to play in 2018. You know, Owl's always been good against the Fox, but that's why you build all these turrets. The turrets eat the mice. Your Fox shoots everything else. But the Wolf in the mix really is nice for Tosh. And the problem for Tosh still... Okay, no, Tosh does know the third base. So Tosh is actually just miles behind in economy. And these fights have been okay for Tosh, but not good enough. Tosh really needs to get this third base online. He's working on it now. Getting into that second Owl. Not going to skimp on his own Falcons this game. So I feel like Kaktus, though, needs to do something at some point. Because I feel like Tosh's hyper late game Ultra Super Saiyan 4 army comp is better than Kaktus's. And then also the map is better for Tosh too. So I think Kaktus is at his strongest right now. Maybe when he gets a few more Falcons out. So I think Kaktus needs to turn on the heat. And he's working on it. He's poking things with this Fox. He might need more cams, I think, to bust through these turrets. Oh, that's the cam trap, though! 2 HP on that Fox. No good bath, though, for the Fox, unfortunately. Over here. But you really want the water to be in the territory, because it actually stacks. But it being outside the territory is not the end of the world, since you still get regen. In modern Tooth and Tail, your units will regenerate outside of territory as well. Okay, I feel like Kaktus needs a few more cams. Like, I think you sell the turrets for the cams, maybe. Because you don't really want to skimp on the Falcons. Yeah, and Tosh just kind of has the better army comp, right? So that actually might be all she wrote here. Wolf, Owl, Cam, Falcon. Very, very, very strong. Don't see it too often these days, though. So cool to see some late game Wolf, Owl yet again.